there is a lot of stuff going on here, and we're going to go right back into gameplay. And so we're doing the best we can. There's a lot of awesome questions, and we're just taking it as we can. And so, yeah, we're back in gameplay.
Right.
Aiden just got off of a motorcycle.
Sick motorcycle.
Sick motorcycle, dude.
I had a question. How's the climbing? Basically, Aiden can climb on any object up to around 3 meters. So it's a kind of a parkour system if you want. So any obstacle, he can just go over it fairly easily. And that includes dynamic objects like vehicles on the street.
And now I don't know if people noticed, but something happened in PY's game.
Oh, someone actually invaded him.
Okay,
So he was basically in free roam. On the top left, he's been invaded. Essentially, someone in another game can come in and try to hack him and drive him mad. So by hacking like the pony.
The pony.
You said hack him and drive him mad. What do you mean by that? Just makes him just angry? Or like a Mad Hatter?
It's basically fun to go in someone's game and create chaos and blackout without him knowing. But the goal is to steal some data from him.
So he's just identified.
So now he found the hacker. He needs to chase him. So
wow, they just put
crazy
the
car
right
chases.
away.
Take a car.
Yep, I don't think you'll be able to catch him.
I got away.
Oh, not yet. So he still has a chance.
And now I know what you mean by make him mad. That got him really angry. Get out of here. What are you doing? And so wait,
How many players in a multiplayer game? That's one of the questions.
Okay.
You can get to up to 8 players, but it depends on which activity online you're talking about. The one you're seeing right now, which is kind of a seamless hacking, invasion experience, is 1 versus 1. It's more intimate type of experience. It's also the case for the tailing, which is a softer version where you can just observe someone for a certain amount of time, succeed, and he never knows you were there in the first place. Race and Decryption Battle Team versus Team are 2 activity for next-gen console that can climb up to 8 players. On current-gen console, Decryption Battle didn't make it, but we have racing, and it's up to 4 players on current-gen. And there's also the bonus free roam mode, which is kind of only the sandbox, no crafted activities, but just the player who can have some fun defining their own rules and see what they can do together. That can go up to 8 players as well, and that's only for the next gen PC.
So now the outside hacker was able to
Yeah,
escape.
Unfortunately, he escaped with data. They'll both get partial reward because one got a little bit of data and you protected yourself. The rewards will give you notoriety.
Yes.
So that is specific to online, and that goes up and down. So basically, the more efficient you are as a hacker, the more fame you'll get, the more notoriety you'll get, and that will unlock some skills in the skill tree. So it's basically a multiplayer
But if you lose
level.
a lot, you can...
Yeah, actually, it goes down. So if you fail a lot and you're unsuccessful,
So bottom line is be good at it.
Bottom line is it's easy at the beginning
because
the points kind of go up fairly easy, but on the long term it becomes more challenging. So it becomes more competition if you want. And that excludes the crafted tools and diagonal. So that's just the weapons that you can shoot actually.
And we're back into gameplay now, and we have PY trying to get revenge on his previous invader. So he was not able to catch him. Let's see if he can get the data.
Do you have a blackout?
Some strategies,
Yeah.
top strategy.
That's what I love about it. So you can initiate, if you see on the bottom, you can basically initiate the hack where he wants. But first he created a bit of mayhem. So that is I think the really fun part about going in someone's game and someone coming in your game is you can really affect the world through hacking, and the other person is just surprised. So Jonathan was mentioning the kind of the paranoia you get out of it, and it's true. You hear a weird sound, something's going on, and it makes it really exciting. Something important though that we have to mention is there is a shield. So if someone comes in your game, you're protected from that for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And actually, the less you participate in that, the longer the shield.
Okay.
So if you don't go back and hack, you will not be invaded,
Right.
For a certain amount of time.
That's incredible.
And if you're in a mission, you're fine, right?
Yeah, it never happens in a mission or a story mission.
There is. I noticed there was a question about. I saw that a few times. The police level type of thing.
911.
In Watch Dogs, we call that the EAT level because it works a bit differently. It's on the bottom right of the screen, below the mini map. You see the little flashing square. So every little line is one level. So when it climbs up to the second square, it gets to level 2, and so on up to level 5. The way it works is that it's more of a memory system. So if you end up like doing a lot of crime, it doesn't mean people will have the courage to call the cops all the time. But the EAT system serves as a kind of a memory system that drags with you. So it depletes with time. So if you are reckless, you can stay with a certain amount of EAT for a certain amount of time, and then if someone called the cops, it define which level of threat you're gonna receive on your ass.
And does that work in multiplayer?
Of course, if you're more threatful, it can climb up as you are escaping the cops as well.
Yeah, for sure. If you're in a hacking gameplay and you create mayhem,
so police can show up, and then it's just craziness all over the place.
Exactly. You notice right now he's been spotted, so he's trying to get away. So it becomes a kind of a crazy chase in the city between two hackers
and gunfight.
Someone asked if we have to be online to finish the game. The answer to that is no.
Someone just called the police, by the way.
Yeah, so now the fuzz is going to show up, right?
Yeah, more chaos.
There you go.
Someone says it's too easy to detect. I think that when you're going to start playing, you're going to realize that it's completely
You'll find it quite a challenge.
There was a question about multiplayer. We saw 2 Aidens, so on both sides of multiplayer.
Yeah, basically, in your game, you're from your perspective.
Okay.
So you're always Aiden. You're in a kind of a story. You're playing Aiden Pierce. If you go in someone's game, he will see you as a civilian, as Living City.
Randomized.
So yes, we're using the kind of the Living City to make multiplayer work.
Okay.
So, but you always start from the perspective of your game as you play in Watch Dogs.
All right.
I just want to add to what Jonathan is saying. Dynamism, and I think the strength is taking control of the dynamism. You know, it's being we use this phrase like the city is your weapon, and it's very true. You're using all of these elements to take control of these systems and becoming better at the game. I think it's really fun to become that master hacker.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned that before, but I really think that's really a strength of Watch Dogs.
I want that app. I want that app. Not the multiplayer app. I want that app on my iPhone and Android. Please. I want to be able to run around and do crazy things like what I'm seeing. It's crazy. It's a living city now because of that app. But yeah, that does certainly make the whole world so rich. How much dialogue is in this game? This is so deep.